For those who don't know, you have a unique method of riding while you hike. Would you describe that method? Talk
I
about
may
your
be the only
experiences.
person that does it, the only rider who does this. I walk 4.5 miles every day, and I literally take my paper and I walk along and I write. Uh, the big drift here, I put in 1,850 miles in it over the course of 395 straight days of walking and riding. I developed a new metric for riders, that is WPM, words per mile. I average about 35 words per mile. People will say, well, how much you like finishing that book? And I'll say, oh, about 800 miles. But sometimes it does bring about some interesting occurrences. I've stumbled a number of times, but never yet fallen. Two things I have to guard against, or one thing I have to guard against, is when I'm crossing a busy street, is to drag myself out of the 1880s where there are no cars and realize I'm crossing a street here. And but also I get so immersed in my work when I'm riding along, walking along. I was backpacking solo in Colorado during the riding of the Big Drift, and I thought I knew the trail. And so I'm walking along in one wilderness, riding and immersed in a wilderness 500 miles away and 120 years earlier. And I came upon a stream crossing I'd never seen before. And I realized I had stumbled off the trail and was, in essence, if not lost, then unsure of my position. And it took me 45 minutes to find my way back.
Wow.
So that is one of the things, I guess, to be on guard against.
Yeah, sure. How did you get started with that method? Did that just sort of develop with the love of outdoors, or?
Well, it actually began, as I mentioned, coming back from Elmer Kelton's services in 2009. At that time, I was doing a massive research project, a nonfiction research project that took up all my time in the daytime. But every evening, as I said, I would make my walks. And so I realized I have an hour and 20 minutes every single day in which I'm not doing anything except walking. And so I grabbed a paper and pen and began writing. And I quickly realized that I think much better when I'm on the go, when I'm walking, moving. I guess the blood circulates or whatever. But that's more or less how it developed.
Wonderful.